Ooh, yeah, the frame rate struggle a little bit. I'm playing on Intel Arc.
Behold, child, you are risen from the dust, and you walk in my garden. Hear now my voice, and know that I am your friend, and I am called Elohim.
Well, they made Elohim's voice a lot more echoey. There we go, much better. Interesting. So, reminiscence starts the first game, but we're in an Egyptian setting this time. And I guess the sun's behind a cloud. We've got Purple Fizzler. Oh, it actually doesn't let you stand in the middle. You kind of have to pick one or the other. Is this one of these games where when you look straight down, you like hunch over like a hunchback? No. So why does the camera do that? That's strange. Oh yeah, I can spin the camera independently of the character. I think the first game was not like that at all. So I can actually see the front of the character this way. Well, let's get started, shall we? Oh yes, this is the very first puzzle, just in a different environment. Wow, the view bobbing animations here is kind of funny. Wonder if they changed the animations for... Nope, that's still the same. Yep, as expected. Memories. Oh, I saw glitchiness, so I guess we're not in the real world yet. I mean, that's to be expected, but still. Did they change this at all? The sound effects are a little bit different, but it's roughly the same. Ooh, yes. Got cables to connect things now. I like that change. They learned from Portal 2. Yeah, this is very reminiscent of the very first level in the game, of Talos Principle 1. That tree reminds me of The Witness, doesn't it? I mean, I guess there's a lot of trees that look like that.
This land is but a dream. You will stay here only for a little while. Soon, you will awaken in a new world. But first, you must undertake the trials of initiation. They will help me prepare your vessel.
Right, that makes sense. So I guess they rebooted Elohim and all that, because based on the way the trailers look, it looks like there's a whole society of robots now. And I remember complaining at the end of my first playthrough that they, like, destroyed the entire world that was able to create a sentient being. And, I guess after that they rebooted it and started creating more sentient beings, so my complaint was negated. Got some of those there. I'm guessing... Okay, that's where the green ones go, okay. And yes, that's where all the... Okay. So, we do have to do things in a particular order, it seems. It's less of a freeform compared to the first game. I'm sure it'll open up afterwards. But I think there's like a whole open world. Why else would they give us a compass mode if there was not an open world? Right, I guess we just gotta clamber our way up there, right? Maybe I actually want to do it like this instead. Maybe the trick was leaving the box inside the whole time. Yep, that about makes sense.
Well done, my child.
I have heard and seen that there's a lot of ways to break the demo. I don't know how much the demo differs from this, or from the full game. I have not played the demo yet, I plan to do that eventually, but we shall see. Right, that still works the same. Do we need anything back there? I don't think so. They're teaching a staircase right off the get-go. That's interesting. I guess in the real world there's gonna be a lot of stuff that we have to climb over because there's a bunch of ruins and such. I have flashbacks to that one custom map that you had to click on these to turn them in a particular order. So we can pick this up from here. Yes, okay. Well, that solves that problem then. You can tell it's been a while since I've had to speak into a microphone.
The shapes you are collecting are not mere toys. They are symbols of the process by which our people were created.
That all makes sense lore-wise.
Do not be afraid of these dream figures and their messages. They are merely aspects of yourself, as am I, after a fashion.
Fancy new QR codes, like you can even see the paint running down. Interesting. This is where the secret lever was in the first game with that star that was so annoying to find. I'm watching somebody else who's playing the Talos Principle blind about Oliver, and they found it right at the beginning. They just found it without even trying. I was so envious of them being able to find it so easily. Windy day. Oh yes, we're getting all kinds of introductions right off the get-go here. Still have that bug in the game where you press space and it says jump here and then it doesn't jump here. Memories. Some things change, some things don't.
Very good.
Trying to see if there's ways to break out. Let's do that one last. I have no idea if this game has hidden golden stars. I've not played the demo, but I think it might. It probably does. It's gotta have some sort of equivalent, most likely. Interesting, so that just needs to be powered by something that's up here. A switch, lever, whatever you want to call it. We'll probably get up to it right there. Yep. There's that. I'm gonna block that, maybe? Oh yes, that makes sense. I think they changed the fan sound a little bit there. Yeah. Oh, there it is. That's a permanent fan, can't remove it. Oh, it's got a little spiral on the fan part there. That's funny. It's got all these gears behind it as well, kind of like the funnels in Portal 2. I guess they didn't fix the simulation glitches. Or in the lore, I mean. Total construction. There we go. It's interesting that there's these bars here now. I guess to make it more obvious that you can't fit objects through. Because in the first game they never really had bars like that. And if they did have bars, it was like these here that you can't fit anything through, like even the jammer won't go through those. Oh yeah, that's the laser that's being blocked by the cube over there. Oh, so that works? Yeah, so it won't go through the bars, but if I click above the bars, then it works. What about... can we jam through this? Oh, we can! I don't remember if that worked that way before. Is that all we need? Oh, I was like wondering why didn't I pick that up, because I'm literally touching it.
Excellent.
15? Can't see anything from here to aim at, right? Just exploring, you know. We can do that. And then these are... I think in the first game... Oh wait, that's not even a barrier, so no wonder it's not letting me aim. Let me try that again, but... with the fan. Yeah, so I can still do that. I do it while putting it here. Ah, yes, that does count. Okay. That satisfies my curiosity. Wait, did I just walk through this? Huh, okay. They did get a whole lot... Why is the lighting doing that? Is that because I turned on the graphics settings? Huh. Oh, what a tease.
You may linger in my garden for as long as you wish. But remember, my child, that the new world awaits you, and this place is only a dream.
Wait, did I just see something up there? Oh, no, that was just a thing in the UI. Okay. I thought I saw something running along the top. Hopefully there won't be too many more of these Tetrises in the full game. At least these ones are simple.
I am proud of all my children. Out of a world of ruins, they have built a new Jerusalem. And there your brothers and sisters await you to celebrate your birth.
Right, pretty simple. Does right-click work? Ooh. Nice, they have... So you don't have to put it down and pick it back up again, they have an option to deselect everything. But yes, right-click, keep connections, they have that in the tutorial UI now. In the first game, that was, I think, unbound by default because they added it after release. Now, they realize how important it is to teach this because of how handy and useful it is, and it's just right there on the screen. Awesome. It's so tempting to try and bootstrap it, but I don't think there's a way to do that. There's no need to anyway. Although... just in case. Just in case. Prismatic diffraction. So you can still block it with your body, okay. Yep, that's about it for this one. They really went all out with the photogrammetry scanning everything. I don't know if photogrammetry is the right word, but it sounds right. I am live streaming, so I'm not going to Google it right now. Destructive interference. It has to do with waves. Ah, this classic. There isn't a way to remove just one connection. You have to remove all or add, and that's it. Let's see. There we go. This area is a lot less barren, look at that. A lot more decorations over by this oasis. Yeah, I know I was clicking on something that was already connected. I wanted to see if I could disconnect it once it was connected. By, like, individually disconnecting. Look at that! the bounce, the camera bounce actually affects the player model as well. So, like, the character's feet sink a little bit into the ground. Interesting. What do I want to use this for? Just different height levels, I guess? Is there another connector around here that I missed? Or do I not even need to connect that? Yeah, I can't jump over it. Did I miss something in this room? Oh, that's the... Okay, but where is another connector? These graphics are really pretty, but it's also kind of difficult to distinguish the important parts of the environment. I'll probably get used to it, though. Something up here, maybe? No. I'm pretty sure I can't do this with just one connector. Oh, duh! How did I miss that? I was just looking in every wrong direction. Well, that solves that problem. Oh, I just put this slightly in the wrong position. There we go. Interesting, a fan with a dedicated switch. Skipping all the tutorials right away.
Thank you, child. I have finished preparing your vessel. Now, hear my advice. A new world awaits you, full of dangers and mysteries, signs and wonders. Things that I, in my garden, could never have imagined. In that world, you will have to be careful and smart and curious. But above all else, you will have to be human.
I'll have to be human? That's a problem, I am definitely not human. Kinda decided against that whole thing, you know? Not really my vibe.
Step into the light, child, and awaken.
Just looking around. Ab initio. Finish the calibration process. Sleep mode disabled.
Ah, you're awake. Welcome to the world of the living. You're polite. What a rare combination of traits. If only the algorithm produced more people like you. Oh, but I'm confusing you. Don't worry, everyone is confused at first. You see, we all start out without a full knowledge of our own history, so we have the freedom to form our own opinions.
Would I use some pointers? I suppose.
Of course. You want the short version or the long version? All right, you asked for it. A long time ago, our ancestors dominated this planet. We call ourselves human, like they did, but they were organic. They built an advanced technological civilization, but unfortunately their impact on the ecosphere caused changes in the climate, and an extremely contagious virus was released from the permafrost. That's something our historians still debate. Why weren't they more prepared? Why did they invest so many resources into making war, and so few into useful research? It's hard to understand. But no matter the reason, in the end, they simply ran out of time. A team led by a scientist, Alexandra Drennan, began a project that was intended to create a new humanity. But knowing that there wasn't enough time, Drennan initiated a process, a series of iterations inside a simulation that would lead to the emergence of true artificial intelligence. That's why we remember Drennan as the progenitor. The simulation was controlled by Elohim, who wasn't really meant to be intelligent in the proper sense of the word. But it all took much longer than anyone had expected. And over the centuries, Elohim actually became sentient. Sentient and afraid. He didn't want the simulation to end, so he tried to cheat. I feel sorry for him, really. The whole simulation was built around learning to defy him. It must have been hard to be in that position. When the simulation was completed, he became part of all of us, and it really changed him. It freed him, I think. You'll always hear him in sleep mode, taking care of you. That's what he is, after all. A caretaker. Yes, there was Milton, the intelligence in charge of the archive, a project initiated by Arkady Chernyshevsky, which was meant to collect all of humankind's knowledge. His story is a lot like Elohim's, but Milton became the ultimate cynic. They say he's part of us too, in some way. It did. Long after our ancestors died out, the first new human was born. We call her the Founder, although the name she took was Athena. She then woke up Cornelius and Eustathius. Together, using the tools left behind by the progenitors' team, they created 10 more humans. These 12 who followed the founder are known as the First Companions. Athena and the First Companions then set out to rebuild the world, and they founded the city of New Jerusalem. But then one day, she suddenly disappeared. Many still await her return. Before the founder vanished, she set a goal for this city. We call it the goal, capital G and all. To make 1,000 new humans, and so complete New Jerusalem. Well, that's the official story, the way the mayor tells it. Some of the First Companions, like Byron, don't believe that Athena really wanted us to stop growing. They think her ideas have been twisted and embellished. They may be right, but I didn't see Athena very much in the years before she left. Maybe actually leaving the simulation and seeing the destruction left behind by our ancestors changed her mind. You're welcome. If you have any more questions, feel free to ask them. When you're done, head outside. They're waiting for you. Your birth is quite the event. You won't age like our ancestors did, but of course, there is always some wear and tear. You should probably schedule a checkup every decade or so. Oh, and be a bit careful with water. You won't die if it rains or anything, but we're running low on insulation material. I wouldn't go swimming if I were you.
Okay, noted. That's different from the first game.
You've only just been born, and already you step right into a major controversy. The goal, as most people understand it, was fulfilled the moment you were born. Now New Jerusalem is complete, and we can live in balance, without damaging the world like our ancestors did. That's the orthodox view, I suppose, but there are many who disagree. You'll have to figure out where you stand for yourself.
I think that dialogue was written to handle the other option that it could have picked about asking if I was the 1000th. But I didn't pick that dialogue option, and so now this dialogue just kinda didn't make much sense, because how was I supposed to know? And how was I supposed to know I was number 1000? I don't think I've seen that yet, or flashed on the screen too quickly for me to notice.
Me? Well, as you can tell by my number, I'm quite old. I wasn't one of the First Companions, but I did know Athena personally. She and Cornelius taught me a lot. Although I suppose I've made a few improvements here and there since those days. We didn't have a lot to work with in the beginning. I haven't really thought about it. This is all I've done for the last few centuries, and I like doing it. I guess for now I'll just take a break and we'll see what happens. Oh, one more thing. Like all citizens of New Jerusalem, you have access to the interface, which you can use to read the news, chat to your fellow citizens, and so on. It's a crucial tool, and modular too. You can easily add new functions. Just don't subscribe to too many newsletters at once.
Here's our road to Gehenna, I suppose. Social media! Oh no. Of course it would go here. I've been trying to avoid social media, and now there's a whole game that has it as a core function. Please familiarize yourself with the following rules. 1. Treat everyone with respect regardless of their number. Oh no! Oh, I can already see how this is going to go so wrong. 2. Don't take the founder's name in vain. Oh no. 3. Respect the principles of the goal. 4. The Are Frogs People discussion is now banned. Well, I mean, it's been so long. They've probably evolved a bit in the time since the you know what I mean. 5. Inactive threads will be archived. I mean, I guess that's pretty standard. 6. If you have any issues, please ping the moderators. Jeremy 832, Niam 11, Aronox 430. Interesting. Dear citizens of New Jerusalem, your hard work and faith in the Founder's vision has finally paid off. At long last, the goal established so long ago will finally be reached. The 1000th member of our family will be born, and our beautiful city will finally be complete. As space at the dam is limited, tickets will be made available via a lottery system. The celebration will also be streamed. Oh no, am I live right now? Both in the game and outside of the game? Were they watching me? Oh, nice! I like when games include this sort of thing where you can reread all past dialogue. Wait, why are these two separate things? Shouldn't this be at the top of this one? Huh. Okay then. Interesting. The usual sci-fi technology stuff that we all know and love. Oh. Institute for Applied Pneumatics EL facility. Yep. Ooh, sparking. Y'all, didn't want to fix that, you know, before before undertaking all of this? Oh, interesting. They have a different written language now. This is the reconstruction of the Chamber of the First Companions, where the first companions rested until the Founder awoke them. The original chamber was disassembled in the early days of New Jerusalem. Interesting. We stopped to think, and it turns out we couldn't. We should. That's a reference to the Jeff Goldblum's famous quote about they didn't stop to think if they should. Say no to bugs. Is there... Oh, this... Okay, so zooming in is still a thing. Extended lifespan, yep. Interesting. Also, I just realized I'm not doing a local recording. I don't know why I forgot to do that. Better hope this stream survives. This is the only copy I have of this footage.
Look! It's 1K!
Hey 1K! Welcome to New Jerusalem!
Oh no, social anxiety mode activate.
Starting the speech?
This should be interesting. At least give him a chance.
Dear citizens of New Jerusalem, many years ago, when the Founder stepped forth from the simulation, this was a land of ruins. Our ancestors, in their hubris, undermined the natural foundations on which their world had been built. Because of their arrogance, our species found itself on the brink of annihilation. The Founder aimed to set us on a new course.
You never even met the Founder.
Her vision was of a city, a new civilization that would know its limits. It would not repeat the mistakes of the past, nor impose its will on this earth.
To that end, she set the great goal we have been striving towards. 1,000 new humans. And today we have... Oh dear, what's that?
Nanomachines?
People of New Jerusalem, I am Prometheus, and I will reveal that which was hidden. The flame has awoken and summons you. Who is brave enough to answer its call? We await you upon our island where... Curse you, Pandora. You will not chain me again.
Okay, I have many thoughts. Many thoughts. What?
I told you we should have investigated those energy readings. And I told him there's something up with those structures.
The mayor's just being cautious.
This isn't caution, it's stagnation. Exploration? Too dangerous. Expansion? Too dangerous. We barely even scavenge anymore.
You call it stagnation, I call it balance.
And I call you an idiot.
Here's a thought. Try to be a little more diplomatic when you talk to the mayor.
See what I'm working with here, 1K? I'm gonna need a fresh pair of eyes on this expedition. Someone who hasn't spent several centuries hearing about the goal and the founder and all that nonsense. If you're up for an adventure, meet us at the conference room.
Kind of them to stop talking just at the right time for the music to kick in. Oh, and they're going that direction. Okay. Alright, so this is all in here. That's cool.
What's broken now?
Be constant, remember the goal, perfection is unchanging. Oh, they've got... Be humble, recognize the limits, we're not above nature. They've got... I forgot the word. Propaganda? Well, there's a lot to take in from that introduction sequence. And I think now is a good time to pause and talk about things, because they call themselves humans, even though they're definitely not humans. They think they're a continuation of the species, when there's really no reason for them to be considered that way. Like, the process, was it designed to make people like humans, like with the same kind of personality and such? I thought that they would have different personalities from humans, or are they trying to make some statement that this is just how sapience works? I guess they could have also just eschewed that in favor of going with this whole plot about disagreements and opinions and power structures and such like that. I mean, those are old, well-done tropes that they could probably tackle in interesting ways here. Just kind of covered ground. I feel like it's been done already, but we'll see how it turns out. We'll see. It's very early on in the story. I might be completely wrong about where I think things are going.
Right, listen up. I know you're all having fun down there, but the grid is overloaded again, so maybe you could switch off your personal consoles or your lawn mowers, or whatever the hell you've all decided to switch on all at once. I might not be around to babysit you for a while, and you don't want stuff breaking while Pellegrino's in charge, do you? That's it. That's it. Don't worry, 1K. I see you there in the elevator. I'll have you moving again in a jiffy. Great way to start life in the city, huh? What the hell is a jiffy? These bloody language libraries.
Like, where do they get their voices from? Do they just listen to different voices until they pick one that they like, or something? New interface content available. Okay. Oh, I can reply to things. Oh, no. It really is Road to Gehenna all over again. Seriously. What the founder was that thing in the sky? We all saw that, right? I didn't accidentally turn on sleep mode while Herman was talking, did I? I mean, it's always tempting. No, we all saw it. Can confirm. I believe it was a sign from the founder. What else could it be, on this day of all days? Pretty incoherent for a sign. It didn't even finish whatever it was trying to say. What, does the founder have energy insufficiency problems too? The founder works in mysterious ways. And we have options to reply. I don't really like either of these options though, so I'm just going to ignore that. Alright, so that in the distance is my attend briefing that's the top right corner of my screen, I guess. That's the objective that you want us to go to. Like, look at the way the camera moves here. This is a very strange way for a camera to move in a first-person game.
Hey, hold on there. You're the newbie, aren't ya? Number 1000. I figured the dam would go dry before we reach the goal. I have a question. How does it feel to you to be born with a randomized psyche into a society of autonomous thinking machines which so much resemble their long-extinct ancestors, they've decided it's best that you're the last one ever made?
Oh, I do not like these choices. I cannot see what the rest of this is. They're doing this to me again. It's just the same thing I complained about in the first one. Well... at least we can reread dialogue easily, that's nice. Okay. So now that I've selected that, I can't go back. But I have all these other options. That would have been nice to see before. Why is the dialogue system like this? Am I to interpret that I've already spoken those words, and that I'm not just thinking through my response? What was the question again? Okay, so yes, it does say that I've spoken already. So I have spoken and I've now paused and thought to continue what I'm saying. How does it feel to you to be born... so much resemblance that they've decided it's best that you're the last one ever made? Confused is definitely a strong one for me, because it's like, it doesn't really make much sense that the process would create stuff exactly like humans. Like, how would you even do that? I thought the point of the process was just to create sapient life in general, or sentient, sapient, you know, whatever. I didn't expect that they would try and make it exactly like humans. Let's go with confused.
Why?
Yeah, this is what's confusing me.
It's kind of frowned on to say that sort of thing around here. But the truth is, I think exactly the same. But let's you and I keep that between us, alright? Now listen. This meeting isn't strictly happenstance.
Wait, I just noticed the number 666.
The kind of people who like to know what's going on with other people. They think you can help each other out.
Oh no, they're trying to get me involved in politics in a video game. Real life politics are already exhausting enough. Gossip? Is that what I'm supposed to be taking from this? The kind of people who like to know what's going on with other people? Did this turn into a visual novel all of a sudden? You picked different options and she replied the same, so she's just trying to agree with me, I guess. But now I know why the voice is all devilishly distorted like that. It's because it's number 666. Well, I'm kind of, not really interested in gossip.
Are you sure? You might miss out on something juicy. Suit yourself. Before you go, a word of advice. Not everything around here is how it appears.
Yeah, that was kind of my first assumption, lady, but thanks for the advice, word. That was more than just a word. Is this real classical art? Probably. Are we gonna be exploring all of this, or is this just something we're gonna always see at a distance? Because I would be terrified if we have to actually explore all of this. That would just... I don't even know how I would approach exploring that. They gave us a compass for a reason, and I'm terrified. How long is this game?
Do please join us at the table.
I would like to preface this meeting by saying I told you something would happen sooner or later, and you didn't listen to me. And here we are.
If we could focus on the issue at hand.
The issue at hand is not this one thing, but this entire attitude that's taken hold. The world doesn't cease to exist when you stick your head in the sand, Herman. Or under a dome, as it were.
Let's not get sidetracked. We're here to solve this puzzle, not to discuss philosophy.
Al's right. Let's move past this for now and deal with this transmission. Yakut, please start the briefing.
All right, here we go. Nice to meet you, by the way, 1K. We first became aware of the site designated TTP-2 during a scouting expedition about 6 months ago. It's a large island with a remarkably varied geography, and it looks like there are several artificial structures of some kind. We recorded extremely unusual fluctuating energy readings from somewhere in the middle of the island, but couldn't really make sense of them. I wanted to go and have a closer look, but the decision was made that it was too far and not relevant to the goal. Now it looks like whatever's on that island has reached out to us instead, in the form of that projection.
We may not be interested in the island, but the island is definitely interested in us.
I don't share your enthusiasm for the unexpected, but Byron has been requesting an expedition for some time now. And at this point, I'm forced to agree that it's necessary.
I agree.
Then it's settled. The expedition is approved. Byron, you will be in charge. Al will be your second in command to ensure a balanced approach. You'll take Melville and Yakut as you requested, and if 1K wants to join you, that's fine by me.
Excellent. Oh, this is going to be fun. Come meet us out on the landing pad when you're ready.
Before you set out so hastily, do consider exploring the city first. It is your home, after all.
That's a good idea. Have a look around. See what you make of the place.
Okay. Is there some way I can see what all their roles are? Because it's just a name and a number, and that doesn't really give me a clear picture of what their role is, and I'm not really good at remembering the names and all that. Oh, this is a lot of stuff. Research. Interesting. Alright. What does this button do? Oh, that's just an icon, that's not a button. Okay. This is a test, please ignore. Just testing the system to see if it works properly this time so we don't have another incident like when Pellegrino uploaded his poetry to the public log. Oh, that's interesting. There's a separate description here from what's in the actual content. Basic information from our first expedition. The island designated TTP-2. The Talos Principle 2. Okay, so I think it's pretty clear that that's where the actual game is. TTP-2 was first noted during the return journey from a scouting expedition which was diverted from its intended path due to an unexpected weather front. Long-range scans indicated the presence of large artificial structures and also returned highly unusual energy readings. This matter was not investigated further. In ancient times, the northern part of the island was home to several large settlements, but rising sea levels have obliterated these and flooded the northern lowlands. The south, in stark contrast, seems to be a harsh and lifeless desert. Our intended base camp is near the origin of the energy readings in the temperature center of the island. Standard expedition procedures. What is this? As no work about cats could be complete without the story of... Huh. These are the standard operating procedures for expeditions, just uploading them to remind Byron, who will probably ignore them anyway. Attaching a picture from an ancient book to get his attention. 1. Maintain the ideals of the founder and the goal. Well, I mean, the goal's complete now, isn't it? So, why do y'all need that anymore? Like, you gotta decide on something new, right? Why do you still have the goal if it's done? Aren't I the completion of it? They're kind of just talking to me like I'm kind of a half celebrity, half not really. And the fact that they call me 1K, that's interesting because I was writing a story the other year, like a few years ago, that involved something like that, and I was like, nah, I don't really like that. So I tossed out that plot point because I thought it was kind of dumb. But they're running with it here. They're running with it in this game, so that's interesting. Prioritize the well-being of the expedition members over mission completion. Yeah, that makes sense. 3. One expedition member to stay by the... Okay, so yeah, that's a weird sentence fragment. Yeah, 3. One expedition member to stay by the vehicle at all times. 4. Expedition leaders should refrain from participating in high-risk activities. 5. Minimize vehicle use to conserve fuel. 6. Prioritize observation over interference. 7. In case of emergency, return to New Jerusalem at once. Well, these seem all pretty reasonable, other than number 1. That's odd to have as a first goal, don't you think? That's a little bit religious, almost. I mean, nomadics was the study of scripture, right? And that was the whole first game had a very religious overtone, so it makes sense they'd be continuing the religious overtones here in this game as well. We are approaching an hour of playtime, so I think this might be a good stopping point.